Sergio Studios. Extra.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sergio Dominguez, creator of The Sergio Show, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I make those two scenes in the 120th episode of The Sergio Show. So let's begin.
It's the making of The Sergio Show, episode 120. I'm gonna go to the live-action world and meet myself in the real-life world. Oh no. How about you?
So here's how the episode went. I love the idea where I meet the cartoon me in the live-action world. The problem with that is, I want it to come out on a very special day. On a Friday like the previous episodes, but the release date was gonna be my birthday, April 29. So at the time that this was happening, it was February, March. March. So what I did was I ended up putting the episode really quickly together. So I'm going to show you these little parts that I've made of these two scenes. So here they are. So in the episode, the cartoon me goes into a portal, and in that portal there's this nice little lavish design-like effect of him going through the portal. I had a deadline, so I had to do this like portal effect fairly quickly and fairly simple, but still come off look pretty stylish. So how was I able to do that? Well, let me show you. I took a sketchbook with nice paper-like texture, and then I got some crayons and, hold on. This was actually a drawing prop for the episode. Let me see if I can show you a clip, maybe right here. This was that. Anyway, I took crayons and then just, drew on it and made some stippling, and with different colors I did it over and over and over again. Then I took them and sent them to this scanner, and then I put them into Toon Boom, set it to a cycle, and that's how the effect happened. So you would see different versions of this playing at 12 frames per second and over a outline drawing of me done digitally with that little animation, cartoon me and this digital blue outline. And that's how the effect went. That one beginning shot where you see it and you see cartoon me going, front me, back me, as I kept free falling into the live action world. When I made that first little shot, it was so cool, and I was just so excited to put this episode together even before I got to the live action animation combination scene, So that's how that scene went. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about that whole live-action animation combination effects scene.
I know it!
So first off, I used a green screen to be that little portal where Cartoon Me came out of. And landed on this floor, went up, saw me, we talked a little bit, and hang out, and all that magical stuff. Now the whole filming of that actually took about less than 2 hours, and it was a 3-minute scene. Making animation and making, a video that's 3 minutes long takes a long time. So when I got to do the live action part and realized how quick it was, it really did surprise me. Now it did take refilmings, retakes, because I was like, maybe 1 or 2 shots of me talking didn't work. So there was a couple of reshots, but it was still very quickly done. So how did I do it? Now I'm going to show you not 1, but 3 cameras that I used for that one scene. Now this is the camera that I used that was, the solo Sergio live action me part. Now as for the part where you just see me and cartoon Sergio in the same shot, in that wide shot in that room, I used this camera on this cell phone right here. And as for just that one shot that is just cartoon Sergio, I used this little webcam. The shot where he's just, behind that shelf and just cartoon him, which is like a really simple shot to do, that was with this camera. All 3 of these cameras were being recorded at the same time as I was doing this. All 3 of these cameras. Give them a round of applause. Yeah! As for the montage that you see, I used mostly this camera. I just took it all over the place and just recorded as quickly as possible. And that's how that was. So, during the whole editing effect, with, me and cartoon me interacting, it was good, but I kind of noticed that even though I had the bluest shirt, as blue as possible, it still was just a teeny winnowy bit off. I want there to be a good contrast look of, cartoon me and live action me. So, during editing, I decided to do a color correction where this blue shirt popped a little bit more. it left my flesh a little bluish. So I went to contrast and try to bring this up, especially trying to have this, cartoon flesh skin match the live action flesh skin. And by that I mean reverse, try to make this skin look like the cartoon skin. Yeah, hopefully. Let me try to edit this and re-say it right one more time. So what I did was, I did some color correcting on this shirt, so this would look more like the blue of the cartoon Sergio, but it left my skin a little bit bluish. So I went to contrast, and this brought up the color of the flesh and made it more matched to the cartoon Sergio's color cartoon skin. Yeah. This is take 2, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm going to show you now is this 3 videos being played at the same time. One's going to have the cartoon animation, one's going to have the live action one, and one maybe a graphic that says plus color correcting, and then it's also going to show the completed shot, all playing at the same time. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, here it is!
Hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling? You know me, being a cartoon and all, I'm pretty swell. How about you? Oh, I'm doing just fine. So, what have you texted me here for? Oh, the reason why I summoned you here is just, for you and me to hang out, Cartoon me, real me, having a good time for a while, That's why I brought you here. Oh, sounds good.
Also, another thing I want to talk about. This was really difficult. When I did the live action recording, I did it with this microphone you see here. You see the mic? You see this mic? Okay, good mic, but it was not doing its job in that one scene because while live action filming, I tried to have that mic recorded to me as close as possible. All right? You're supposed to be... Where are you? Where are you? There you are. You were supposed to be close to me as possible to get the good audio live action recording effect. But it wasn't good enough. It sounded bad. The audio quality wasn't good. So when you were almost going to hear was good quality out of the cartoon me, but bad audio quality coming from the live action me. That is a challenge when you do live action filming. It happens.
So, cartoon me, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
So, when I got close to the tail end of production for that episode, and I tried my best to edit that audio as best as possible, it wasn't good enough. It just wasn't. So what I did was, after finishing and doing some little touches, I ended up re-recording myself, the live action part of the dialogue, and editing it into the episode. That was a little tough just to get the matching right, It was pretty much dubbing over myself. And it was a little difficult, and maybe you can catch how I sound a little dubbed over. How my acting voice was different than my movement performance voice. Or body language, or whatever. So that's how it was. A little teeny weeny bit challenge, but, after getting the cartoon audio, and then, going through production, it took about 10 to 12 days to put this episode together. I was after that deadline, and I had time to spare when I finished. So, yeah, 12 days. I'm really proud of myself that the episode came together like that, and the result that it did. And I just want to say thank you very much for watching that episode, and thank you very much for watching this video. This is my first attempt on making a little behind-the-scenes video, but hopefully you like it. I'm okay with it. Beautiful fan art wall. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Sergio Dominguez saying... There's the pen. I had a pen right here, and just... oh, here it is. Saying... have an animated